evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Round Table, Season 2. My name is Donte Cooper. Of course, I'm going to be your host and facilitator of this. Joining me are our special guest panelists. Starting to my right,
Michael Barclift, self-published author of the book Voiceless, the Journal of an Underground Starving Artist.
I'm going to move to my left.
Nicki Dandridge, author of the Diva Survival Guide, blogger, artist, etc.
And to her left,
Randy Brown, artist, nutritionist, entrepreneur.
make sure you stay tuned into this episode. We're going to tackle a very important issue, especially in this country, but pretty much around the globe. It's mental health, the crisis that's going around, and what it's going to take to maybe change, if not improve, the image of mental health. You know, I know you stand very firm on this, Mr. Barclift, and being an author, you've wrote about some of the trials and tribulations that you personally went through. Can you just share a little bit with the audience about your stance on mental health?
I think mental health is just like physical health. There's a certain number of things you can do to help your mental health stay at a high level, just like there's a certain number of things you can do to keep your physical health at a high level.
Absolutely.
And there's a certain amount of things that you're gonna have no control over. For instance, if high blood pressure or diabetes runs in your family, sometimes no matter how careful you are with your diet, you can still get it. Same thing if depression or bipolar disorder runs in your family. Sometimes, no matter how diligent your efforts are, you can still feel symptoms of that. I think the key to any problem is first identifying the problem. You know, come out of the dark. You know, for so many years, especially in the African American community, mental health has been such a taboo subject, and we kind of swept it under the rug. Some people are ashamed of it. And I think that you should get over that shame and tackle the problem head on, because from experience, I know that it does not go away by putting your head under blankets and hiding.
Mr. Brown, from a nutritionist standpoint, mental health, where do you stand?
Well, nutrition plays a role in everything. You know, like what Mr. Barclift was mentioning about, you know, high blood pressure. You can watch what you eat as much as you want. However, if you are prone to a history of family blood pressure issues, then you have to take a little more cautious stance on your nutrition. Mental health, a lot of research has been done to find out that nutrition plays a key on the mind. Things that people put in their bodies, the things that they make food with, the chemicals, all that stuff that they put in the body does play a role in generating certain ailments, mental ailments, because you got a big market corporation, the food corporations, but you got to really watch what you eat. Look at the ingredients, do your own research, you know, see what it does to the body, you know, and I tell everybody, take your health serious, do your own education, because some of what you eat, they're not going to tell you is bad for you. You know, you have to do the education.
There's an adage, you are what you eat. We're definitely going to get back into that a little more later. Ms. Dandridge, from an educational standpoint, mental health, can you tell the audience where you stand?
I think we're too quick to pump medications to the children instead of researching, you know, the family history, like Michael and Randy were saying. Is there a history of bipolarism? Is there a history of, I don't know, ADHD is one of the new monikers that we've heard in recent times. You know, we need to do our own research on, like Randy was saying, the foods that we eat. I am a firm believer that the chemicals that we're eating, the red dye number 5, it affects our kids. The high fructose corn syrup, once upon a time was okay for you, now it's not. And you have to research. My greatest food consultant is my son, who's a high school science teacher. So he educates me on the latest, and when he educates me, I share on social media what I learned from him.
Shout out to the youth, always making it better. You know, as an inspirational speaker, one of the things I try to concentrate on is what we call personal development. My mentor taught me to read 10 pages of a good book every single day, because your mental health is just as important as your physical health, as Mr. Barclift pointed out. So when we come back from break, we're going to delve a little bit deeper into the mental health issue in this country, what we're doing to change it, how we can make it better, and possibly we're going to get to some of the things that the youth have reached out to us on Twitter, on Facebook, and make sure you follow us on the same at Roundtable Issue on Twitter. You can also reach us on email, Roundtable Issue. We'll be back